Hi there, it's Aaron from Leadferno. This video is an overview of our Leadbox, our web-to-text widget that helps convert website visitors into leads using the power of text messaging and other conversion options. If you look at the bottom of this website, you see these floating buttons that Leadferno's widget, the Leadbox, is placing on the website. These buttons are always visible no matter what type of device, desktop, tablet, or mobile. If I jump to another site, here's a home painter. They have get a quote, text or call. They're showing off their reputation for social proof to build trust with new prospects and the option to text them. If I take a look at this home mover, you can see there's his moving questions, simple free quote, text us. So once the user decides to take that step and engage with you and they click that button, we have a few different options. This one shows how it goes straight to starting a text message, asking them for their name, to input their number, and what's their question or message. We also have the ability to use other conversions, which we call channels. So in this case, you can text the painter, you can click to call them, you can schedule a quote with them, or you can further read their reviews to build enough trust to take the next step with them. So now let's jump into Leadferno within our desktop app and show you how to update and customize your Leadbox. First, when we come in, you're going to notice that you see a Leadbox preview of how the Leadbox looks open and the buttons on your website. That way, as you're making these changes, you can see them simultaneously on your screen. The first thing I'm going to do is use this edit pencil to the right of my Leadbox, which allows me to control the branding and the style of the Leadbox. When I click into this, I have the availability to change the intro text that appears at the top of the Leadbox. And then I can also go in and click on the logo if I want to change the logo out or change a different color for the Leadbox. Now, when you upload your logo, we automatically scan it for the different colors we see available in it. And that's as easy as changing as just clicking the square selector. You can put in the hex number if you know that for your specific color. Otherwise, you can use the dropper here and pick any color you want or get your RGB settings and update those. So that'll help you set up your Leadbox and buttons for the branding and color scheme that you would like. The first option I'm going to show you here, which I just demonstrated on the front end of those websites, was what is the mode of your Leadbox? What happens when your website visitor clicks it? This first one that we have the setting on is text only. So this means when they click any of these buttons, it's automatically going to open and prompt them to start a text conversation, where after submitting this, all of the back and forth from there is through the consumer's texting app. Now, the other option we have is channels. When I select channels, we automatically place a text us button. If that is clicked or tapped, that'll go right to that text form we were just looking at. But now we can add additional call to actions. So by hitting the plus button next to channels here, I can add a new channel. We have two different options, call or custom. I'm going to select call, and now I can enter in my business's phone number, which will help display a button within it to allow them to just click to call us. If we're using a call tracking solution like CallRail or call tracking metrics, we can add our call tracking code. I'm going to turn on the icon, and it's going to add the phone icon to my button as well. So now we see our phone number displayed, and they can call us just by tapping that on mobile or reading off the phone number if they're on a web browser. We'll set up an additional channel using the custom channel type. This allows you to place a button for any linked item that's out there. So in this case, we do have online scheduling available on our website. So I'm going to grab that link. I'm going to drop it in the URL field here. Now, since it's on our website, I'm going to have this link open in the current tab. We're keeping them here on our website. If I was linking to like a Calendly link or another third-party tool that opened in its own window, then I'd want to select open in a new tab so it still leaves my website open. I'm going to be able to create the button text. We'll put in book appointment. We'll turn the icons on, and we'll use the calendar icon here for display. Once we hit add, we're now seeing that displayed on there. I have the ability to add one more channel here, so I could add another link to be able to sign up for our newsletter, directions to our location by linking to our Google Maps. Again, anything that's a link out on the web, you are able to create a custom channel for. Now, if we take a look at our buttons on the bottom, we have two main buttons with quite a few different options inside of those. So our lower main button that's always on the screen is called our primary button. The first option that we have with that is to display it with text, which says text us right now, or the icon only. If I click icon only, we'll now see that that primary button updates to just an icon. From what we see, I do highly recommend using with text, having that additional content to direct them that this is where they can message, contact, or text you is definitely helpful, more than just assuming if they see an icon that has chat bubbles or a phone icon on it that they can take action there. Once I mouse over it and click the pencil icon, I can now edit all the options in this button. So here's where you can control the text that's within that button. You have the options of contact, message, text us, or text me if you're a solo ran business. We'll stay with text us here. You can control if you want it to be on the bottom left or on the bottom right of the screen. Default is bottom right. This is where most people look for a chat or this type of contact button. So we really do recommend lower right if at all possible. We have two different icon choices for that button, so we can change it to our chat bubbles if we want. The next feature in this button is called our highlight. If you can see through kind of the screen modal here, this is where we're displaying the review right now. This is called the highlight, and it puts a tab on that primary button to bring more social proof or allow you to put further call to action on it. Within the highlights, we have three different options. Reputation to display review quantity and rating. Average reply time, if you remember you saw the one, the average reply time was in under 30 minutes. Or custom, gives you up to 22 characters to write another call to action. So in this case, we can change from reputation to average reply time. And now that we can say that you can expect our average reply time to be in under 15 minutes. So after hitting save, that updates, and now we see average reply time 15 minutes, and we see we change to our chat bubbles for our icon. Our top button here that says questions, just ask us, that's our secondary question. So now when I mouse over the secondary button, click the pencil to edit it, the secondary button allows you 20 characters free form, whatever you want to put. So we can say, let us help you. And I can change the icon to this check mark here. And when I hit save, it'll now update. Now we see the let us help you on there. So as you can see, our Leadbox is a web-to-text widget which allows customers a number of conversion options when on your website, but it allows you a ton of options to customize it. So it has the branding and the look and feel of your website, the right calls to action that speak to your customers to help motivate them and build trust, and most importantly, show them the options. Show them that you have texting available. You definitely want to mention texting in one of those options so that they know probably the lowest barrier to entry to asking a question is available for them on your website. So jump into your Leadbox. Make sure you're utilizing all these features. I'll link to a number of blog posts in our description below where we give ideas and tips on what you can do with your Leadbox, and find the right customizations and settings that work for you to convert more lurkers on your website to leads.